Yeah, you already know. Easy A, easy. Today, today, this evening is gonna be a deep one. Um, for the people like me and a lot, hundreds of millions out there, that's the black sheep that's going through all types of hardship that really ain't making sense, and deep depression, anxiety. No, it's not you. That's not your energy. That is your ops energy. The multitudes of them sitting on top of each other, compressing on top of you, trying to break you mentally, spiritually, physically, health wise, and everything in between while they suck you dry of your essence, your energy, your will, and your morals. It's one of the biggest tricks of the devil. By feeling overwhelmed, seeing no way out, or believing there's no way out, talking yourself into submission to something that's not really even there. It's just being presented like it's there. I've been meeting a lot of interesting people, powerful people, powerful like me. Mm. For some reason, it's been all females, very attractive and sexy and seductive females that work strongly out. They masculine, they DM, but you can see the DF radiate from within inside them. If you was, if you was the one to get past, they DM. For everybody, if you run into these individuals, tread lightly, because if you're able to get past the DM's guard and meet the feminine, the DF, the divine feminine, she will consume you with her love, passionately, fiery. And I mean a fire that you can't even describe. And I could tell you because I'm one of those people that work in the DF, even though I am a masculine. But you don't ever want me in a masculine. So be happy that you got the females that's and they doing their DM and on it the way they on it because y'all can't even handle them. So imagine handling an alpha in his divine masculine. y'all just y'all just don't know what y'all be asking for or be prepared for. because he don't get to come out and play too much. And if y'all was ever somehow to release his chains, which God is going to do soon, and I'm real sad that he's going to do it because I know how he's going to do it. But the only thing, and it's going to hurt me, but it's not going to hurt me because it's to release me, to truly release me in ways that the world really ain't ready for. But you're best to get ready. Because his time is to come, his here. And he will be walking on the face of our star. And with all humility, I'm going to be able to walk amongst them, beside him, hopefully right next to him, if it's his sole, pleasure. Because it ain't nothing I could do to, really put myself in that position. Even though it is, but it really ain't. Because if you don't feel fit, no matter what I do, I won't be able to do that. I'll be like everybody else, flat on my face, looking at concrete, tasting what Earth really tastes like. The shit that we've been leaving on Mother Earth. How what you call it, all the poisons and toxins and shit that we've been seeping into her. That, we tread upon, pissing, shit, and spitting, and all other types of shit that end up on the floor, in the streets. Picture you, he's 100 miles away from you in all directions. So he's in the center of that, and he's walking towards you, but you don't see him. He's 100 miles, 100 miles away in all directions. And the first part of his aura hits you. Just the first. You're not even in it yet. It was just a speck that popped off of the shield, and that automatically slammed you down, slammed you down on your face. But he didn't slam you down on your face. You slammed yourself down on your face. Breathing, tasting, and being real intimate with one of the disgustingest things that we have on the planet right now is our streets, no matter if it's the cleanest place on the planet. We gotta start working on that. I know we doing the recycling thing. I know we planting trees and all that, but we gotta do that 100 times more than what we doing that now. And then the next year do 100 times more than what we were doing the year before. And that's just serious as far as our water, our air, and earth. Said it before, we need to change our bridges. We gotta fix our, reinforce our tunnel systems, especially the ones that's going underwater, large amounts of water to connect us to other areas. I said it already, the bridges. Our aircraft. We have to be on that. It's year 2024. No plane should be missing. No plane should be falling out the air for any fucking reason. And I mean any fucking reason. Or shit's supposed to be inspected before it hits the top, inspected while it's on the top, and inspected all the way to the last fucking second the shit decide to take off. And that's just truth. If anybody feel any other type of way, y'all some stupid motherfuckers that need to wake up. We need to start focusing on our children, our teenagers, our young adults. For the simple fact they bringing up the younger generation, or the younger generation is watching what our kids that we allow to be stupid motherfuckers and so-called friends and equals, which it should never be that way. It's the reason why you should fear your God and your mother, or honor your mother and father. Like, like we fear God, like we fear nature. Nature is mother. Know that. And why? Because of the reverence of the two. It's supposed to be like that for your parents. Um, the name of the game is never give up. The name of the game for them, your ops, is pressure bust pipes. The name of the game for you, titanium never break. Adamantium don't fold. Diamonds don't crack or implode. Once y'all learn that, that's what life is all about, is in every area fathomable in your life, is for the matrix to apply pressure to see if you fold, break, shatter, crumble, disintegrate. Our greatest gift from God is our choice, the freedom of choice. Another great gift, freedom of imagination. And imagination leads to creation. Another great gift, your heart. Another great gift, your first brain, which is your gut. Another one, your second brain. Another great gift, your third eye. Intuitiveness, clairvoyance, audiovoyance, clear audience. I said, okay, I said that first. If you go clear sight, if I didn't say that, if I didn't put that right. Clear hearing, clear speech, divinely led, and ability to use everything that you soak up, that I soak up. Even if I didn't learn it, if you learned it, the only thing I have to do is go deep inside me and find it. Same thing, vice versa. It ain't nothing I know that you don't know. It ain't nothing that you know that I don't know. Only thing we have to do is go within and learn to listen, learn to taste, learn to smell, learn to feel, learn to acknowledge, learn to change, learn to grow. Wisdom upon wisdom upon wisdom upon wisdom. That's all I hear coming out my mouth. I'm loving the sweet sound of it, with cracky voice and all. I pray with sincerity that God's glory is fulfilled, that each and every last one of us living and ain't living, rejoice in his coming back, understanding that he is Lord, and that we will, if we want to or not, with free choice, bow to his will or perish for eternity. Is it a threat? No. Is it a promise? Most definitely. And you know, if you know what I know, you know he fulfills his promises. Throughout the Bible, prophecies and all that was prophesied and then came to pass was all promises that was fulfilled. I, I don't know if what you call it, all of us realize that. I know we have heard that God's promises, go to the Bible, is God's promises, God's promises. It truly is. Read it like that. Read the stories of what he wanted to do, what he wanted them to do. The ones that actually did it, even though, they had a problem with it, because they tell you, if you read, you hear them fighting with themselves, them talking to God, yo, God, I how I'm going to do this? I'm only such and such, such and such. Yo, tell them I sent you. Here, take this, do that, da-da-da-da. But what if that don't work? Don't worry about it. Just do what I said. And I want you to put yourself in either one, any one of those people positions, and look, and tell me you have the balls to tell him, no, I ain't gonna do it. Do you want to do? Did you really want to do it? No. Did they really want to do it? No. Did they know who they was talking to or who they was dealing with? 100% yes. Now, say that this is the very first time. You knew of him. You, you felt him in certain ways. You even felt that you seen glimpses of him or seen shadow. The invisible movements that he have did in your life. If ever sat back and wanted to explain the hardships and how you came up out of it, where you are now, how you in a different frame of mind of thinking, how you able to you handle that trauma, even though if that trauma you might be still dealing with it, but it's handled. You know, you got a rope or loose around his neck and you riding that bitch, taming that bitch until it stop bucking. And you like, all right, now you go over there, go in the motherfucking barn and sit in that corner until I decide to fuck with you again. Oh, it might get bored and come out and try to, and you could get a little roughy, but that's because, you know, It's lonely and it wants attention. It wants you to get on it. So you just get on it, buck around for a little minute, let it tire itself out, because you already know what the hell you're doing. And it'll tire itself out. You'll get off. It'll look at you, and you don't even have to say nothing. It'll put its head down and take itself back to its resting spot. And that's with any problem that you master. Anything that you wanted, that you struggling with. Okay, you struggling with it. That's not a problem. Everybody struggled. Everybody had to go through the struggle to know what they know, to learn what they learn. Math, reading, spelling, that you go, everything in life. So, put it in that aspect. And remember, the same, whatever epiphany that you get for whatever area that you're thinking about, look at that same answer and see where also it applies in the other areas. And I guarantee you're gonna be like, oh, there's really no fucking difference. And watch how many what you call barriers disappear on you. Blockages. Things that's holding you chains. Whatever. To, the karmics. To the low vibrational. We need you, or you need you, to do is accept that you played a part in this karma thing that you're receiving. A lot of it, 98% of it, I should say 99.9, but I'm going to say 98%, 2% of the, chosen trying to work with you, but coming against whatever you decided to bullshit with. You can do everything that we doing. Matter of fact, you was closer than I was. Remember, you was a baller. You had what you had. You had the house. You had the car. What you call? You had the bank account. You had the job, and the other things that I ain't gonna name because you're gonna say. Cause at the time you say you didn't have it, but you did have it. Instead of saying, "Yo, I have this, whatever," but I do what I do. What you gonna do? You still want to play around? It gave a nigga, a real understanding of what it was. I'd have still bust your ass. I just been busting your ass in a different way. That's all. But it still would have been exciting and loving. Excuse me for going R-rated. If you going no disrespect, but it was nothing really explicit. It just y'all caught the intention. Ooh, that man, y'all was using your intuition. Now let me stop playing and throwing it into sarcasm and shit, right? Being a bastard. But that's the DM. That's the little piece of the DM. And you gotta love it because it's funny. Especially when you know when you know. What you know when you know. Mm. I'm glad I've been doing these videos when I'm in, you know, my natural element. Nothing too ritzy, but comfortable, peaceful, as you can see. Always quiet to some extent. If it's daytime, you might hear a lot of noise and street stuff or whatever. But basically, the house is always quiet. We walk through, we interact. If you want to interact, and if you don't want to interact, you don't interact. And it's not. Well, I never had a problem with it. and that's how it's always been. So, and it's a good. So another good quality from my family that we have, even though we ain't perfect, far from it. But there's some good things in this comic bloodline, bloodline. But it's comics in everybody family. It's comics in all bloodlines. So don't start sniping your nose up at motherfuckers because you might be the comic. For real, for real. Um, I'm gonna ask my people what gang mean. I still don't know what that shit mean, but having a conversation the other day, and she threw that terminology out, which I have heard it on many different stations and stuff like that. So, especially like the West Indians, or or Haitian descent. At least that's the way I picked it up, or whatever. Um, to the chosen, and to the ones that want to strive to their best. Wake up in your head. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. And you go, or nothing's gonna stop me. Inspirational stuff that's gonna hype you up, stuff that's gonna that you go gas you up to plow forward and be in that mindset, feel that mindset, that baller mindset, that king queen mindset, that go getter mindset. If it's positive, it's from God. If it's something hindering you, telling you can't do, or don't do this, or what you call, don't do it that way. This way is easier. You already know who's playing with you, who's whispering in your ear. And remember, it's the two sided of the lever scale or the pendulum, the scale, the good, the bad. But remember, the good is you, the bad is you. Which one you gonna listen to? Which one you gonna allow to guide you? If you listen to the right, the God is gonna work with you. You entertain the left, and really entertain the left more. You entertaining the right. The left is